Hey, Namaste, beautiful goddesses. So you will enjoy this practice. This is a wonderful practice for the first through the fourth chakras. So from the root, the sacral, the third chakra, and the heart chakra. So it's wonderful for all of those. You will feel fantastic, I promise. Something motivated me to get outside, and the sun is super, super bright, as you can see. It's going to be a beautiful practice, a lot of standing postures, some warrior poses they're called, and we will end with my favorite pose of all time, which is called dancer pose, Natarajasana. Have fun with it. It's a balancing pose, so it can be a little bit tricky to not just fall over. Let me know in the comments if you had trouble doing dancer or if it was super easy. You know, take your time, be careful. The point is that you will develop as you do the postures. It'll get easier. Your alignment will improve. You'll just find you're going further and you're feeling even more of the benefit. It is a practice. It's meant to be done over and over. Palms together in Anjali Mudra, in a kneeling position if that's comfortable. If not, go ahead and just sit with your legs crossed. A few deep breaths here, centering yourself, centering your mind, body, and spirit. And now inhale, open the arms out to the side, and we're just going to stretch to the left side. The right arm is up. The palm of that right arm is facing down, just stretching the side of your body. You're resting on your left hand. Inhale, come on up, and we'll switch sides. On the next exhale, stretch out the left side of the body, feeling your ribs expand and open, and the breath just creating space there. And come on up. And bring palms together up over your head and then behind your back. We'll be doing this posture repeatedly throughout this flow. Interlace your fingers and lift them high up off your back. They may not budge at first, but with regular practice, you'll find the shoulders become more flexible. And really shrug your shoulders if you need to. And we'll transition to all fours position. Beginning with cat, cow. This is always a wonderful warm-up to do, arching the back, and then exhale, rounding the back, arching and rounding, tucking the chin into chest, and then arching, looking up slightly. Breathing and just creating more flexibility in the spine. Coming back to a flat spine position, we're going to go into a balancing pose. So while we are doing this, you will be doing what's called breath of fire, where you're doing very quick inhales and exhales. The abdomen very quickly snaps in. So it's very, very fast breath, almost like if a dog were panting the way they pant through the mouth, but you're doing it through the nose. So it sounds like this. Extend your right leg up behind you, just about hip height. Bend that knee, reach behind you with the opposite hand, with the left hand grabbing the ankle. Each exhale, you're snapping the belly in, and the inhale is rather passive. It's just a strong exhale, and the inhale happens naturally. And release. It can be hard to balance, so just be aware of that. There might be a little tricky balancing the first couple times you do it. And now extend the left leg, bend that knee, reach behind with your right arm, grab the ankle, and lift up and try to arch. Now, if this is difficult, the next time you do the pose, you can just use a strap around your ankle if you're not able to reach your ankle. If you look carefully, you can see my abdomen pumping in breath of fire in this particular angle. And coming back to a kneeling position, pause, rest, breathe. And always feel free to freeze the video and take as long as you need to feel relaxed again, warmed up, but not out of breath. We're going to step the right foot up between the hands. And a key alignment piece here is that the knee should not go beyond the ankle. You could move forward and back in the position a little bit in this lunge position. And just breathe. The back foot is pointed. The top of the back foot is on the ground. And we'll switch sides. Bringing the left foot forward between your hands. Knee right at the ankle, and then drop your hips down so you do get a nice deep stretch. Again, at first this can be very intense, but over time you'll find you become increasingly flexible as you hold and breathe. And now we're going to just step right up, step the feet between the hands with bent knees at first. Soft knees, relaxed. The head is towards the knees and just breathing. Straighten the legs if that feels okay for you, if you're still able to touch the ground. And then deepening the stretch with the legs straight. And to come up, we're going to round the back really slowly. Feel as if you're stacking each vertebra of the spine, one on top of the other. The chin stays in, the head stays down till the last moment. And then bring your shoulders up, roll them back, and only then lift your head up. So you're standing in mountain position. The feet are parallel to each other, about hip distance apart. And now take a wide step, about as wide as your legs are long. The feet are now apart. Go ahead and bend the knees. We're going into goddess pose. So settle in at a position that feels good for you, and then the arms are out to the side. Go ahead and bend them at the elbows. The palms could face forward, just as we transition to warrior. As we transition to warrior, you're going to bend that right knee. Again, knee just at the ankle, not beyond it. So at a right angle, straight angle. And then the left foot, turn the toes forward. And so the heel remains on the ground, but the toes are slightly forward so that the knee stays in alignment. You're not twisting the knee at all. Arms up. A little wider than shoulder distance. That way you can keep the shoulders rolling down the back, the neck nice and long, and the palms are facing each other. Now to transition, we just pass back through goddess, bend both knees, and then smoothly swing the legs around. As you swing the legs around, the transition is the left foot is now pointing straight forward towards the short edge of your mat, and the right foot, the toes are slightly turned forward, but that right heel is still down. Arms are by the ears. If your shoulders are tight, the arms can be a little more forward. You never want to hunch the shoulders up. And go ahead and exhale, touching the mat and then stepping up. We'll do the same, slow rolling up, releasing the spine, coming slowly to standing. Interlace those fingers again and lift the arms up, arch, lift the heart center up, breathe. Remember, the hands may not come very far off the back, and that's okay. Work where you are always. This is a practice. I just round the back there just to release it, and we'll go right back into goddess. Step the feet wide apart. Exhale, sitting down. Exhale, deep bend of the knees. And now we're transitioning, but this time into lunging warrior. So now the left heel is off of the mat, but try to keep that left knee straight. Bring the arms up by the ears. This requires a little more balancing savvy. And go ahead and turn through transition and get yourself to the other side. Here the right heel is off the ground, but it's reaching towards the ground. You're in a lunge, and try to keep that right knee as straight as you can. Breathe. Exhaling down, touch the mat, and then step forward. Head towards the knees. Breathe, stretching out the spine. Doing any gentle movements there that feel good. And again, rolling up to standing, one vertebra at a time, till you're all the way up. And then lift the head, interlace the fingers again. This time, adding a bend of the knees. Go ahead and bend the knees, sit as low as you can. I have the feet hip distance apart, but you can also do it with the feet together. That's actually a little more challenging, with the feet and knees together. Transition into awkward chair, sitting as low as you can, but hips no lower than the knees. Arms are out in front of you, palms down at shoulder height, or if you'd like, have them up by the ears. Your choice here. Coming up to standing. The next pose, dancer, my favorite, is best done on a flat, stable surface, not a mat if the mat has a lot of cushioning. Now this is my favorite pose. This is dancer pose. We will be balancing first on the left leg. Bend the right knee. Turn your thumb towards the back so your palm is facing out. Go ahead and grab your ankle on the right foot. So this opens up the shoulder to have the palm facing out, the thumb pointing towards the back. And you've grabbed your ankle from the inside, wrapping around to the outside. The left arm, inhale it up. Go ahead and begin to lean slightly forward, but the greater action is lifting that knee, that right knee up, and the foot is moving away from the buttocks. And come on up out of the posture, releasing it. Pause and breathe. Again, this takes practice. An important point there when you do dancer is to also focus the gaze, look forward and then down about 6 feet or so, forming just an angle straight from your eyes down towards, so forming a triangle from your eyes down towards the floor. You pick one spot and you focus there, and that is what allows you to balance. Very important. Like a scale, sort of tipping. Breathe. Remember, the action there is to press the foot into the hand like an archer pulling a bow. So there's going to be tension there, and that's what's going to allow your back to arch. And then releasing. You may need to hop the first couple times you do it. Feet together, palms together. Pause and breathe. You're doing great. Reach the arms again behind the back, look up, arch your back, and then fold forward. Fold forward. Stretch those shoulders, but you're also releasing the spine from the back bend that we just did. You're giving a gentle forward bend. Relax your head and neck, move them around gently. Breathe and hold that release. This is our transition point. Down, release the arms down, touch your mat, and then come right back to a kneeling position. Remember, if kneeling bothers your knees, you can always just sit down, sit cross-legged, or however you're comfortable. You are doing great. This is a practice. Each day, each moment, staying present. We're going to stretch both legs out now in front of us, and we're going to take the right leg, and I'm basically doing almost a chiropractic adjustment. I'm pulling that right thigh up into the belly and straightening my back. So there's a pull of the thigh in, and then from there, go ahead and grab hold of your leg wherever you can, and then see if you can straighten the leg up. That may be something you have to work towards initially. The knee is going to be bent, but that right leg is in the air, and then release it down. Same thing on the other side. Bend that left knee and just pull that thigh into the tummy and straighten your back. Straightening, elongating the spine, and then transitioning. Grab hold of your calf or moving towards the ankle over time, and then straighten that leg out. Getting a nice lengthening through the hamstrings. Breathe, shoulders down. You can gaze towards the foot and release it. Wonderful. Now we'll just grab the buttocks and just pull the flesh back so you're feeling the bones there, the sits bones, and that helps you to sit up straighter. That's the purpose of that. So you don't want to be sitting tucked under and rounded. So once you've pulled the flesh back, bring the arms up, lengthen through your spine, and we're just going to fold forward. And just do gentle movements, rock and loosen up. It is fine to sort of let the body ease into this full forward bend. You might want to even come up, straighten the spine, lift the chest, and then exhale, fold back down. What you don't want is to round the back like I'm showing here. You don't want to round in and tuck the chin in. That's not the right position. You want the belly and then the chest, and eventually the head, the forehead will go towards the shins. But the belly and the chest touch first. Keep your spine as long as possible. There will be a very gentle, rounded shape there, but you're not trying to round more. We never in yoga want to round the back. There are very few postures where we do that. Inhale, come on up, lean back, and exhale forward one more time for a briefer hold here. Remember to keep taking deep belly breaths in and out. You'll find this second time the pose is easier. You feel looser. You might feel tingling or stretching sensations. That's fine. The feet are flexed in this entire forward bend. On your in-breath, come on up. Exhale, lower the arms down. Beautiful. So that was our final pose. And we're going to slowly lower down to the mat. You can rest with knees bent, especially if you're a curvy girl like I am. You might have a little space at the lower back. It can be quite arched. And so resting with the knees bent helps to release out the lower back a little bit more, and it can feel really good. Or you could have your legs straight and apart, hip distance apart. But try with the knees bent first. The feet are apart, the knees together like a tent, like a teepee, just holding each other up. Your palms are facing up, and you're just resting there. This is very important. This is the most important part of the yoga. And really let go now. Let yourself release and relax completely. You're doing great. I'm going to lead you through your body bit by bit, whether the legs are bent or straight. Feel your feet, your ankles, your calf, your knees. Feel the thighs, the front of the thighs, the quads, the back of the thighs, the hamstrings. Then as you exhale, feel that all the muscles in the legs relax, are heavy. Just releasing the legs, letting them go. The next breath in, scan the pelvis, the buttocks, the lower back, and let any tension go, releasing completely. Your next breath in, feel the chest expand, feel the ribs expand, the upper back. Feel that gentle movement, and then exhaling, releasing, sinking down gently, gently, gently. Your entire torso relaxed. Bring your attention now to your fingers. Your palms are facing up. Feel the fingers on the right and the left hand, the wrist and forearms, the elbows, the upper arms. The arms are heavy, relax completely. The next inhale, relax your shoulders. bring them up to your ears briefly and then pull them right back down away from your ears so your neck is nice and long. Relax the shoulders. Feel that any tension, as you next exhale, it just rolls right off of your shoulders. It just washes off of your shoulders into the ground, releasing completely. Relax your neck and jaw, the mouth, the jaw, the neck. If you'd like to, roll the head from right to left and then back to the center. You might have a pillow under your head if needed. Just a not too high a pillow there. If you feel any strain in the neck, you can have a pillow right there underneath your head. The next exhale, relax your eyes, eyebrows, your forehead. Any expression, just feel it releasing, unwinding, softening. The face is so relaxed. The scalp relaxes. Your entire body is really heavy right now. Just heavy and relaxed. Like a sack of flour, just dropping all of its weight, feeling the support of the ground. Letting all the sounds be very far away in the distance. Nothing to do. For the next few breaths, go ahead and feel as if your body is becoming lighter now. Feel as if you're expanding into your energy, the energy around your body. You can feel the energy on the outside of your skin, inches off your skin. You feel expanded. You feel so relaxed that you're able to feel very subtle energy that is your own emanation of energy into your subtle body. Letting all sounds be very far away. Your attention is pulled deep inside. We'll stay here for several breaths. Nothing to do, nothing to accomplish. Deeply relaxed. The body now feels very, very light. Feel as if you're floating. The body feels very, very light. Feeling as if you're floating. Floating as if on a soft, gentle cloud. Fully supporting you, just floating gently. And now as we prepare to transition out of deep relaxation, deepen your breath. Take 2 or 3 deeper breaths, conscious breaths in. Stretch your fingers wide. Stretch your toes, point and flex your feet. You might want to circle your ankles or wrists around. Doing small movements that then grow into bigger movements. You could bring the arms up over your head, stretch them, stretch the legs, point them. If they were bent, stretch them straight. Stretch your whole body. Inhale, hold your breath, lengthen, and release the arms, relax the legs. Go ahead and bend your knees, hug the thighs up to the belly. Wrap your arms around your bent knees. Roll from side to side, from left to right. Left to right, and go ahead and roll over to one side. Rest your head on your hands there, like your hands are a little pillow. And after a few breaths, use your arms coming up to your elbow and then push yourself up to a seated position. Bringing your palms together in front of your heart chakra. Notice the change in how you feel. Become aware of sensations. There are some affirmations popping up, as well as various meditations that would be perfect to do after this practice if you have time. Namaste.